Hello everyone, welcome to another video discussion, and today we are on Tekken 5 DR. And the reason why we are on Tekken 5 DR is because the overall player base of Tekken 8 is really on an all-time low. If you look at the Steam charts, it's really depressing. We are around like 3,000 players on Steam, sometimes even less. And I've seen that a lot of people recently are rediscovering older Tekken games, and one of them is Tekken 5 DR, which is considered probably the best Tekken game of all time. And you see a lot of these people really, glazing at this game a lot, and then you say, oh, you think that this game is so good, but then you take a look at the characters that they use, and they are basically Mishima, Steve, Brian, Feng Wei, all of the top tiers, basically. And but unfortunately, if you play a low tier character like me, like Dragunov in this game, or Armor King, or Bruce, yeah, you're not gonna have a great time playing this game. And I wanted to show you this because I think Dragunov in Tekken 5 DR has been covered many times in the past, but I just wanted to show you some interesting things as well about the character that haven't been mentioned too much in these older videos. Like Main Man, for example, he talked about Dragunov some years ago in Tekken 5 DR. But yeah, Dragunov is very bad in this game, and I think that we're gonna start with the good things, which are not that much. Okay, so the good things are that 1-1, for example, is actually -10 on block. So it is still punishable, especially considering in this game you have characters with 8 frame jabs. But it's good, you know, today it's -14. The input, like 1-2, is very strict. You have to press 1-2 very quickly. But overall, it feels hit confirmable, just like in Tekken 8. I don't think it is more strict. I think it's still somewhat hit confirmable, or at least Twitch confirmable. Another interesting thing we have counter hit activated is the fact that he actually has a Magic 4 in this game. This is actually interesting because if you think about Dragunov historically never had a Magic 4. Starting with Tekken 6, I think, that's when they gave him 4-1 and they basically removed this counter property. But in this game, you actually get a full combo. I mean, not a full combo, but a pretty decent juggle if you look at the damage. And the move itself on block, it should be -4, according to the frame data on the internet. This should be -4, so pretty decent. And outside from that, we can talk about generic pokes like downward 1. Downward 1 is it's neutral actually in this game. It's neutral. You have down forward 4. It's very similar to the Tekken 8 counterpart. Down forward 2 is a decent with Punisher, long range, you know, decent range, -12 on block. But outside from this, I mean, that's where the good things end with this character, and it starts the crap. And so I guess we can start with running 2. Running 2 in this game, it's actually +9 on block. I think some of you already know this. It's good, you know, it's really good for its pressure. The problem is that the move is very steppable, and also the fact that it has no counter hit property. That is also, a big problem. The counter hit property is really good for this move. But we get the pressure right. We have the command throws. We have one throw. We have the 2 throw, and we have the 1+2, which is in this game, just like in Tekken 7, you have to press forward 1+2. It's a bit more technical. Come on, give me. Anyway, you have to press forward 1+2 instead of up forward 1+2 like they did in Tekken 8. They changed all of these forward command throws. You have to press forward something. Usually it's 1+2. They changed that to up forward 1+2. But the interesting thing is that, let's say the opponent can't break throws, right? This is what we hope when we play Dragunov. We hope that the opponent can't break throws on reaction. So he starts to duck. And what happens here is that we have back for free. This is the most vital mid Dragunov has in Tekken 8 to punish people trying to duck Dragunov. And this move, as you can see, it is so slow, right? This move is so slow. Like the first hit is 15 frames. It's not that slow. It's like in Tekken 7. It's only one frame slower than in Tekken 8. But the second hit, it takes so long to come out. So long to come out. And that's not the only problem with this move. It's not just the fact that the second hit is so slow that the opponent can take, can have a coffee and then duck your second hit, your high. It's also the fact that this move, it's actually not a natural combo. This is not a natural. This slow as fuck move is not even a natural. You can block in between. You need a counter hit to make this guaranteed. So again, it's a little bit like back 4-2-1. You want the counter hit for this whole thing to be a natural. But the problem is that at least this is a mid string that you can hit confirm. Especially if you've seen this game, how slow it is. I don't know if you can interrupt in between. I hope you can't. But this, you try to hit confirm it. And but at least this is much more safe to throw out because it's mid. You have all the time. But this can't be hit confirmed. You can't hit confirm back for free, even though it is so slow in this game. But you still can't really hit confirm this. It is still very strict, and you risk a lot. You risk a lot. And back 4-2-1 is 50 damage into pressure. So for the most part, you will stick with back 4-2-1, although it is so slow. It is so slow. But at least the initial hit is still 15 frames. So basically, if you wanna punish the opponent for that, you can punish the opponent from trying to press buttons. That's still a thing. But you can't really punish, if you want to try to punish the opponent from ducking, your only options are slow moves, like back 1+2, which in this game is +3 on block, not +6. This is +3 on block. It still gives you the knockdown. I think you have to stomp. Yeah, you have to stomp in this game, so you get the classic back 1+2 into stomp, which has been nerfed in Tekken 8. You get the mid throw. I don't think Dragunov has mid throws in this game. Yeah, he doesn't have mid throws. And so you either do this, but it's true that running 2 is +9 on block, but this is still interruptible. You still have plenty of time to interrupt back 1+2. Or you have to go with slicing Sobat, so this one, and you get a mini combo with down 4-1-3, which is pretty good. And this move is -7 compared to modern Tekken games where it is -9, and that is because some characters, they have an 8-frame jab in this game, so they wanted to make sure that you couldn't be punished for throwing this out. So as you can see, the running 2 pressure is definitely pretty bad. Also, if your opponent can block throws on reaction, can break throws on reaction, you might want to try to apply running 2, but in this game, it actually has very little damage. As you can see, only 13 damage. But it's true, it's less than in Tekken 8, but in Tekken 8 we have a bigger health bar. So that's also a thing. There is actually another interesting low you could try to apply, although it's pretty risky, and it's actually is low sweep. Down back 3 is what we refer as the snake edge in Tekken 8. In this game, it's a bit interesting because this is actually, you can see the animation. This move is much faster than in Tekken 8. This move is actually 23 frames in this game. So it is still reactable. It's still reactable. 23 frames. It's definitely reactable, although it's really hard, especially online. And it doesn't give you a combo. You can try to get a mini float like this. You can try to get a mini float, but it's very finicky. Like, it's very inconsistent. For the most part, you would do this into stomp. If you do it fast enough, it should give you the combo counter should appear. It's a bit technical. Wait. There you go. It says 36, but the damage really changes depending on what the opponent does on wake up. If he stays on the ground, if he tries to tech roll, he can minimize the damage if he knows what he's doing. But I guess then you can do other stuff to you know, as a mix-up. So like I said, this slow is very interesting. It is definitely reactable against a very strong player. But it really goes against everything people like to say about this character in Tekken 8, where no, his best low should be down 2. He shouldn't have a bigger low than down 2. You know, people like to say this in Tekken 8 about Dragunov. But you know, he had this, which was pretty good. You know, was pretty good. It gave you good damage, and it was pretty hard to react. It was 23 frames. But then outside from this, like I said, downward 1 is neutral on block, which is good. However, there is no Switchblade Ripper, so which means he has no high follow-up. Downward 1 4. This is not a thing in this game. You only have downward 1. This is why it has better frames on block. Another move, down back to 1 2. This is minus 16 on block, the last hit, so this is launch punishable compared to modern Tekken games where this is minus 14. I guess it still has the counter hit property, where if the second hit lands on counter hit, the last hit is guaranteed. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't. I don't see the stun there. Usually the opponent should hold the stomach there. So maybe it doesn't even have that. I haven't tested this, so I don't know. If you know about this, let me know in the comment section. But this is minus 16 on block last hit, so you gamble your entire life. And another thing is that he has no sneak transitions. So forward 3, you have no sneak transition. 3-1 doesn't exist. You have this useless high kick that I guess wall splats, and I suppose it's safe. Another interesting thing is combos, which are very limited for wall carry, and is wall combo down for 1-3. It's actually very inconsistent. It's hard to pull this off. His combos are actually very limited, but they're also technical. If you want to get a little bit of wall carry. If I do a deep dash, it doesn't connect. So you need to do you need to do a micro dash into down 4-1-3 to make this connect. So the wall combo is really not that good. Although the damage is decent. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this now. It's gonna be a bit complicated to do. There we go. You have to do like like I showed you. It's very inconsistent as a wall combo. It does decent damage, but like good luck trying to hit this on anyone. It's very inconsistent. But outside from that, like I said, these combos are very limited. Not a lot of damage, not a lot of wall carry. I guess we could also mention is Sneak itself, which only has 2 options, 2 follow-ups. Sneak 4, which is not the Sneak 4 that we know today, is actually Sneak, what we know today as Sneak 3+4, but in modern, like in Tekken 8, it's a Power Crush. This game is a throw, it transitions into a throw. As you can see, it's a small chain grab here. And I guess I haven't checked the frames on block. I guess it's still punishable on block. And then we have Sneak 2. So, and I guess this also has frames as in modern Tekken games. Yes. So I checked very quickly. Sneak 4 is minus 10 on block, while and same goes with CD2. CD2 is also Sneak 2. It's also minus 10 on block for some reason. So that's good. But no CD1, so no cocked hammer, no sleigh ride, CD3, we don't have that. We have while standing free. This is not a sneak move, it's just that he has no input for sneak free, so you get a while standing free out of this. But this is good. It's still a minus 9 mid. So this is not completely safe, because in this game you have characters with 8 frame jabs, but it's still solid at this range. Very few characters, like Lee for example, really struggles to punish you at this range with this pushback. While standing 1-2, it's minus 10 on sorry, while standing 1-3. This is while standing 1-3. He doesn't have while standing 1-2 actually, so you only have the mid extension, so only the mid variation. And it's minus 10 on block. In modern Tekken games it's minus 13, I think. And then other moves like down 3-4 is just garbage. It is already not a great move. It's usually used as a round ender. You do the low, then your opponent tries to punish you, and then you go with the mid, and you click him. But in this game it's so slow, it's so painfully slow. And down 4-4 in this game is a decent, it's actually a decent pickup tool, like I showed you. For combos, you can also do stuff like, for example, you can do down 4-4-3. This is also a string. Down 4-4-3. This is usually a string that you use after CD2. You do this combo here. You do CD2, slicing so bad, up forward 4, and then you do down 4-4-3. I think that's max damage. I think that's optimal. Outside from this, I guess we could lastly we could mention his biggest weakness in Tekken 8 is the fact that his tracking is not great. There is no down forward 3+4, which was introduced in Tekken 7 Season 4. Back 3 is high homing. This is not homing at all, this move. As you can see, this is like his 1-3 string, as you can see. Back 3 is like his 1-3 string, as you can see. And this is not homing. This can be stepped both sides. It's minus 9 on block. It does an interesting countering effect, as you can see. It launches, but I don't know how good it is in a game where you actually have a magic 4. You know, that's faster, and it's better on block because it's only minus 4 on block. So why would you bother using back 3? And same goes forward 3. As you can see, forward 3, there is no stinger kick. Or it's not like we know it today, where it's homing. This is a super linear kick that still wall splats, and I think it's still safe, I think, but it's not homing, so you can't stop people stepping you. But the worst thing is that you say, okay, but you still have down 2, right? No, you don't have down 2, because down 2. And I set this up so I can show you this. Down 2 is actually steppable towards the left. Can you step it? Yes, you can step this. This is you can sidewalk this, as you can see. Unless you are off axis, then something stupid happened, but for the most part, this is steppable. As you can see, this is not going to happen in modern Tekken games. This move is basically impossible to step. As long as you're not off axis or something, you are able to step this very, very easily, as you can see. And this is not something exclusive to Devil Jin. It's very easy to step this move. So you have no way to keep your opponent in check and stopping him from sidestepping you. Like I said, he's a very, very, very weak character, one of the weakest characters in the game. He really feels like an unfinished design where, look at this animation here. It really feels like an unfinished character, like they really didn't know what to do with him. But they said, you know what, let's just release him anyway. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little breakdown of Dragunov in Tekken 5 DR. Let me know in the comment section if you like this format, if you want to see me analyzing characters from older Tekken games. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and take care.